has manifested his word through preaching, which is committed unto me according to the commandment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, our Savior. You know, it's a step-by-step process like the Ark is going into. You know, you gotta humble yourself, you gotta repent. You know what I'm saying? Put off that old man, you know what I'm saying? Forget about everything you thought you knew, you know what I'm saying? And basically start your life back over, you know what I'm saying? And then after you do all that, you have to be taught this word, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get this word on your own. You have to go, you know, you have to go to someone that's been laboring in this word, you know what I'm saying? Going through these scriptures and matching up prophecies and, you know, with the history. And you gotta be taught this thing, you know? You gotta start over as a baby.
That's right. Take it step by step and gradually take step by step. You know, don't try to overdo it, because you see a baby that learns how to walk for the first time and they start trying to run and they fall down. You know, but you gotta gradually take this thing by steps. You know, you can't try to surpass somebody that's been in this truth for years and ages, man.
Eat much as honey that's sufficient for thee, you know. Because, you know, you eat too much honey, you know, you'll vomit it. You know, you got brothers that, you know, like, a perfect example is one, I think it was the same guy who kept out here and said Malak tried to fight him, or something like that.
Oh, nigga.
He was like, tell me the truth in like 30 seconds or less, or tell me what you're, what are you about 30 seconds or less. Because first and foremost, America programs you to have a short attention span.
Fast.
Very. You know, so you think you can get this truth in 30 seconds or less, and you know, that's just not happening.
This is 2 Corinthians 3 and 14. It says, but their minds were closed. For to this day, the same veil remains at the reading of the old covenant. It has not been lifted, because only in Yahweh Shai can it be removed.
God. So doesn't that put what the Testament is doing away with?
God, their minds are locked, man. God. Because Yahweh Shai is not dealing with it. He said, and the rest were blinded on purpose. Ephesians 4 and 18, they were darkened in their understanding and alienated from the life of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai because of the ignorance that is in them due to the hardness of their hearts.
And how is a person ignorant? You know, being ignorant is a unwillingness to learn. You can't perceive. You can't be taught. You don't want to be taught. Wherefore, or you don't know. How can you know if you can't see or hear? You know, how can you be taught if you don't want to hear, if you don't want to see? So you're damn right. They still had the veil that are over their eyes, because you got people that still can't get that the Gentiles that are in the New Testament are Israelites. You know, they still can't get with that the Gentiles in the New Testament are Israelites, the Israelites that were scattered abroad. You know, you got some people that think that they're people of the other nations, and then hell, you got some people that don't even believe in the New Testament at all.
And put it like this: in the world, you got learning disabilities, and you have different types of learning disabilities. Dyslexia, you got all different types of learning disabilities that you just can't get it. Even you got spiritual learning disabilities. You know, Cornelius is an Israelite. That's a learning disability to a lot of people. You know, they just can't just get it.
Not being able to see, and that's the reason why. That's the reason why the scriptures say in I believe that's Isaiah the 11th chapter, where it says that when Yahweh Shai comes, he shall not judge by eye. Matter of fact, because he judged by the Spirit.
It's, Isaiah 11 and what?
I got it.
This is Romans 9 and 8. I'm going to read this real quick. Therefore, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has mercy on whom he wants to have mercy. And he says he hardens whom he wants, to whom he hardens.
There you go.
You know? So the Most High, it's not your decision that, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. No, it depends on what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai wants you to get and understand. It's not your will. It's not your way. It's not. It's because it's because of our hardness in our heart, even in Egypt. You know, even in Egypt when the Pharaoh, he could have let the Pharaoh was like he was willing, but shit, Most High would snatch he hardened his heart back again, because it's his will what he wants to happen. Because after you getting locusts and flies and all blood and man, you like, man, take him, get him. Well, he's like, man, and Yahweh was like, nah. Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah was like, nah. I'm gonna show my power. You know, so when he pulled away Pharaoh from releasing him, he was showing you what he can do. You know, he could reverse your mind and lock you in and keep your ass in that damn state of mind in which you in. You could be still picking out a garbage can because he wants you to show you, just like Nebuchadnezzar was fucking animal for 7 years, and then came out of it. And then he had to speak, and then he spoke before that. He said, well, this is the decree of the watchers, you know, and he broke it down that the living may know that the Most High dwelleth in the kingdom of men. He giveth to whomsoever he pleases. This is his will.
This is Isaiah 11:1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the spirit of Yahweh shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of Yahweh, and shall make him of a quick understanding in the fear of Yahweh, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. Because here it is, he's coming back to bring in the people that were scattered, the Israelites that are scattered abroad. So of course it's going to be Israelites that look like Edomites. You know, it's gonna be Israelites, you know, that's acting and behaving like the other nations. You know, that's the reason why it says that Yahweh Shai shall not, when he come, he shall not. It says he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. You know, because at that time, back then you had some confusion of faces. You had a bunch of them.
This is Romans 10:3. It says, for they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. For Yahweh Shai is the end of the law, for righteousness to everyone that believeth. So this is only to the ones that believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, in the true doctrine, because most of them have not submitted or understood that this thing is the way. This is the way, the truth, and He's the life. You know, so that's why it says follow. He says follow me, because when he's following the ways of Yahweh. Yahweh is Father. So you follow Him, you follow the right way. And to get out of this goddamn oppression, which we'll never get out of until the Lord comes, but it's still, you will have your affliction might be lighter and it might be harder. You know, because what do you say? Which much is given, much is required.
Yeah.
So if He give you more, the Most High might even make it worse for you. Then you have Isaiah walk around butt naked. You know, Isaiah had the scriptures, and you know, so He gave him that. Lord willing, you know, it ain't the time to be butt naked, but it can make you that. You know, matter of fact, you can be. Because it's His will. This is God's will. And this is the thing He's about to do. Like, this whole thing is His will. Like, everybody think they got control of it, over the whole earth. The so-called white man think he got the control of the whole earth. It's no control. They think we're an amusement until they hear we say the so-called white man. Now their eyes change. Now, you know, the whole earth is under His dominion, but He don't understand who's pulling the strings. He's a puppet. The strings are being pulled and the directions are being given, but all you're doing is being condemned through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Because what you did was come against His people maliciously. Because of the birthright, but it was already given in the spirit that we had the birthright. So you didn't even take understanding to read that it was already given in the spirit already before you were born that Jacob was going to rule over Esau.
Before the
Before.
world even was formed.
There you go. It was already written that the Lord was going to give us salvation. Israel's going to have salvation and everlasting life. It was already written. That's why he wrote this. So you can say it was not there. Oh, you didn't say that to us. No, it was written on those scrolls. It was already given.
Everything was set up for the Lord, the Lord Yahweh. You know, which, matter of fact, I hate that word, Lord. For our power, Yahweh, for our power to bring forth a righteous seed, and it just so happened that He chose Israel to bring that seed through, which is the elect. Because when you read 2nd Ezra, let's see, 2nd Ezra, the 3rd chapter, and I'm not gonna read all of it, but that's a beautiful chapter. Last week, well, actually the week before last, we had an Edomite come up and he was trying to challenge us on the Gentile thing, right? He was trying to challenge us on the Gentile thing and basically saying that the Gentiles were basically all nations, that all nations are a part of this thing. So we use certain points to back them up against the wall. We say, okay, well, who was sin? Who sinned? You know, what is sin? Sin is the transgression of the law. Okay, if the law was only given to Israel, then who sinned? So the devil said, yeah, we sinned. I mean, you know, he said that the Israelites sinned, but he said, but he tried to use Adam. He said, well, Adam was given the commandments too, or something to that effect, right? But when you read 2nd Ezra, the 3rd chapter, it pretty much cuts that. Because here it is, you had all the predominantly all of the seed of Adam was wiped out, save 8, which was Noah and the other 7 people that were saved with him through the ark. So now you basically only have 3 nations that are left that procreated and filled the world, which was Ham, Shem, and Japheth. The Most High didn't deal with Japheth or Ham. He dealt with Shem, and out of Shem you get people like Abraham. The Most High made a covenant with Abraham, right? Abraham had a lot of children. But when you read Genesis, I want to say it's Genesis the 12th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. It's Genesis the 17th chapter, verse 18 down to 21, and it talks about how the Most High will make a covenant with Isaac. So right there, that eliminates all of the other children that came out of Abraham.
Motherfuckers out here ISIS. Look at this. I'm selling crosses. They want
Now he eliminated all of the others. By eliminated, I mean that he didn't deal with. He only dealt with the seed that came out of Isaac. Out of Isaac, you had Jacob and Esau. In 2nd Ezra, the 3rd chapter, it says that the Most High put by Esau. That means that he put away Esau, and he made a covenant with Jacob. Out of Jacob, you get the 12 tribes of Israel. They're the ones that were given the law. If you jump over to Romans 5, I want to say that's Romans 5 and 13, right? Since they were the only ones given the law. This is Romans 5 and 13. It says, for unto the law, sin was in the world, but sin is not imputed where there is no law. So all of the other people that came out of Adam, they wasn't under sin. Even though they sinned, the Most High didn't lay that sin to their charge, because when you look up that word impute, it means to be laid to their charge. The book of Maccabees says that the Most High don't deal with us after the manner of the other nations. If the other nations sin, the Most High allows them to keep building up and accumulating sin until he finally gets tired of them and he destroys them. But when we sin, the Most High basically lays it to our charge, which means he chastises us as soon as we sin. Hey, this is 2nd Maccabees 6 and 14. It says I'm reading 13. It says, for it is a token of his great goodness when wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punished, for not as with other nations, whom Yahweh patiently forbeareth to punish, till they be come to the fullness of their sin, so dealeth he with us. So what that saying is, when we sin and we go off, the Most High chastises us immediately. But when the other nations sin and they go off, the Most High don't do nothing until their sin is complete. Like in